Regional Radio on the WHOW Morning Show Wednesday. The commitment is getting to be too much.
It certainly is.
Sure, there's a lot that went into that, Seth. I had actually thought about not running on the previous term, but then it was only a 2-year term. We drew straws, and my district happened to come up as a 2-year term. And so I felt that I could put another 2 years into the county board. I wanted to finish some things that not only myself, but some other people on the Marina Committee had started as far as the process of looking into selling the marina. So I've 2 more years out there, and so I decided to do that. So, I've served for almost 6 years now, and I'm on my 3rd version of the county board, meaning, there's been, 3 elections since I've been on the board. So a lot of people have turned over, and I'm kind of at the point at my life. I have a grandson that's 20 months old. If I want to go by there on a Thursday night instead of going to a county board meeting, it's tough to say no to that. So there's a lot of things that went in. Just busy at work in Springfield, so it's hard to get back to Clinton at 5 o'clock a lot of times. But I think we've done some great things, and I think 6 years on the board, it's time for somebody else to take my spot and see what it's all about, bring new ideas. So there was a lot that went into it. But when you kind of think about it with the county board, it's a huge commitment. You're talking 40 to 50 meetings a year. And take that time 6 years, I've spent almost 300 days or 300 evenings at meetings, out of 6 years. And I'm ready for some downtime and let somebody else take over and come in and help the county out.
Matthews also serves on the Clinton Board of Education and says because he enjoys that role and it's not as great of a time commitment, he will continue on there.
It's not. No, I really enjoy the school board and I enjoy the county board, but the school board is a lot less time. It's really once or twice a month. I still have things with the school board that I want to help the district accomplish. And so I need dropping one of them, dropping the county board, which is, 2 to 3 times as more meetings, is something that I decided that I'll continue my term. I still have 2 more full years on the school board as well. So we'll see what happens a couple years down the road. I may decide that I had enough there as well and just want to make my own decision every night of what I'm going to go home and do.
Matthews has come under scrutiny by an out-of-county government accountability outfit recently. He says anyone who knows him knows he is transparent.
Anybody that puts themselves on a board is going to get scrutiny, right? They're going to make decisions that don't make everybody else happy. Most of those people who are asking or saying those kind of things probably don't come to the boards and see that it's not easy. It's not an easy job for any of us. And everybody gets calls of things they're not doing right or wrong, but you put that aside because you're serving your community and that you're putting in the time. People don't realize how much time it takes to be on several committees and meet on the monthly meetings and maybe have a special meeting. And there's other things you got to come in and do during the week. So it's a huge time commitment. It's not for everybody, that's for sure. It's not easy. You got to have thick skin at times. Serving your community for 6 years is for anybody to do it. Anybody to serve for 2 or 4 years on the county board is a lot, and it's a big commitment. So I would say that I try to be as straightforward as I can, and really your family, work, and your friends are. It's time to move. Well, I think people who know me, people who work with me, people who have seen all the things I've done over the years, those aren't the people questioning things. So,
the DeWitt County Republican Party will now seek to fill Matthews' place on the upcoming November ballot. The annual Quilt Show at the DeWitt County Museum is underway for June. Joey Long is the director of the DeWitt County Museum and indicates the Quilt Show showcases the homestead with over 30 quilts across the home set up on all 3 levels. Quilts are a combination of those within the homestead collection and loaned to the homestead.
It certainly is. So every June, all month long, the C.H. Moore Homestead DeWitt County Museum hosts the annual Quilted Keepsakes Quilt Show. Well, this year we have over 30 quilts on display throughout the mansion on all 3 levels. Those quilts include a few examples from the museum's collection, which of course we have a wonderful collection of quilts here at the museum. But then also we have contemporary pieces that were made and loaned by local quilters. And then we also have several examples of quilts that were also loaned to us just for this month during the quilt show that are people's personal heirlooms and keepsakes. So they go through the attics and they go through their closets and their blanket chests and they pull out these family heirlooms that never see the light of day. But for the entire month of June, while they're loaned to the museum, we'll have quite a few people be able to come and take a look at those hidden treasures and enjoy them all month long.
Long invites the community out this weekend for a special free event which highlights the Underground Railroad and its ties to Clinton and DeWitt County. Long says this is the second of 3 events they're hosting this summer.
Yes, so I have been wanting to bring this lady to visit Clinton for quite some time, and now it's finally going to happen. I'm so excited. We have a program coming on Sunday, June 9th at 1:30. It will be held in the Carriage Barn. It is a free program, and the title is Pre-Civil War Quilt, Secret Codes to Freedom on the Underground Railroad. So that is hosted by the C.H. Moore Homestead DeWitt County Museum, but it is made possible through an Illinois Humanities grant. So we are very grateful to have the opportunity to bring to town Connie Martin. And Connie Martin will be telling us the stories of how her family survived the antebellum period through trials and tribulations, and how they actually used quilts that contained hidden codes and secret messages to assist the abolitionists to guide enslaved people to freedom through the Underground Railroad. The museum is actually bringing in 3 speakers this year, and all of these are free programs. And this is something that I would really like to see the museum continue with, and going this direction, bringing historians and scholars and, noted presenters from, far distance here to DeWitt County, giving people the opportunity to, learn from these things or experience, or, even just, be entertained by it. And, if we have good attendance for these things that we're holding this year, then I'm certain we will be able to build upon that next year and bring in more quality speakers. We already had Mike Matea, who came and did a presentation on the railroad in America, and then he focused it also on the railroad here in DeWitt County. And then in June, we have this event coming up about the pre-Civil War quilt. And then in August, we'll have Bucky Holker come. He does I guess they call it a one-man concert. So he plays the music of Woody Guthrie, but in between the songs, he actually tells about the songs, the meaning behind them, what was going on in American history at the time.
Follow along with all the happenings at the museum by visiting chmorehomestead.org. You can also find the homestead on Facebook. After a 20-year hiatus, the boat races return to Lake Decatur this weekend. Ken Fry is the public relations supervisor for the Decatur Park District and says Saturday is going to be a full day of fun on and around the lake.
The boat races are coming to Decatur, and they've been gone for 20-some years, and now they're back, and it's a free event, so you can come and watch the boat races, but there are some parking areas that you need to know about. The Lakeshore Drive, which goes along the lake around St. Mary's Hospital area, that road's going to be closed down basically from the hospital all the way to Cantrell.
Decatur-parks.org has all the details for this weekend's events. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Fiber internet has come to Clinton, thanks to Connexus. That's right, Connexus has brought fiber internet to Clinton.